Welcome to the Nand Basement Podcast. We're here at Tooting Studios in South London, and today I've got a very special guest for the first ever episode, and that is Maria. Woo!
Hello.
So, how are you today?
I'm good. Excited to be here to
Yeah.
be the first guest of the Nand Basement Podcast.
Yeah. Who else would I invite realistically?
I think just me. I can do all the episodes. No, I'm joking.
Tell the viewers, what is your DJ name?
So my actual DJ name is Maïs. I chose it after changing it twice. My first one was Bloody Maria. I kind of regret to have changed it a little bit, but I thought it was not, catchy enough. So I changed that one to Hecate. It's a goddess of the occult. But then I realized that there's so many other artists that have that name. So I was like, I need something different. So I ended up choosing my surname in French.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I was trying to work it out ages ago. I was like, I don't really know. But yeah.
I was trying because it's corn. That's why I have a little corn.
Oh, right.
So it all makes sense. But yeah, I tried to look in so many different languages, and I think that the only one that I liked was the French. I was like, yeah, I'll go with that one.
So how did you start getting into DJing? It feels like it's been a long time if you've been through 3 different DJ names.
Well, to be fair, the first one, I was not really a DJ, but I was a Spotify DJ, if you want to call it that way. And yeah, I chose Bloody Maria because it was the first thing that came into my mind. But I started DJing during lockdown and as a Spotify DJ. Then I had a date with someone that had some DJ decks in their house. I was like, oh, this is interesting. So in the boredom of lockdown, I was like, I'm just going to get some decks myself. And I got the little DDJ 400. And because I had nothing else to do than DJ, so I started like that. And we had so many parties in our garden, like during lockdown, because I lived with like 6 other people. So it was great.
So your house was the party house?
Yeah, we had a really nice garden. I really miss it.
Yeah, tell me about what sparked your passion for DJing from being like a Spotify DJ to then going to actually using the decks. Like what gave you that?
Well, my DJ love comes from like a long time ago. Like my brother used to be a breakbeat and drum and bass DJ when I was like 14. And my cousin used to be a house DJ, and that's how I got it. Like that's how I fell in love with house music. Like he lived for a couple of months in Ibiza, in like 2000 something, and he used to send me the matinee mixes that they used to do at the parties, and that's how I fell in love with it. And so a lot of time happened, a lot of time passed, and I didn't really think of like going on DJ. I always wanted to learn, but I thought it was really difficult, and I think that lockdown was just the best time to do it. And to be honest, I only played at friends' houses and stuff like that. And one day, one guy came. He was like, "Oh, I really like the stuff that you play. I really like what you do. Would you like to like play with us at the party?" I was like, "Okay." And that was 2 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I played my first gig at Balam at the exhibit. I was so nervous. I prepared the set from the beginning to the end, and I fucked up so many times. But it was great fun.
Yeah, but no one notices anyway when you...
No, the music was not loud enough. I was shaking behind the decks.
I've kind of got a similar story of how I got into DJing. Actually, first, your whole family could run a whole night yourself,
Well, just
right?
2 of them. Like my cousin used to play in like the clubs in my hometown. I was just like reggaeton and pop and things like that I don't like playing. But yeah, in his heart, he's a house DJ. And I know that he's jealous of what I'm doing now. I'm playing for him and for my brother.
I mean, I used to be, or still am, big drum and bass head.
I know you are.
And at university, when I was like 18, I was going around asking all the guys in the first week, do you guys like dance music? And then one person said, yeah. His name's John Kerslake. Just give him a shout out. And I was like, do you listen to drum and bass? He's like, no. He was so appalled by my taste in music. He said, no, come over. I'll play you some records. And he played me some records on his like vinyl setup, on his Technics. And then that's how I started to get into slower music, slower BPM music.
Nice.
So, yeah.
To be honest, I have to say that if it wasn't because I moved to London, I don't think I would ever started playing. Because like life is so different here. You meet so many different people, and I don't think I would have been exposed to like electronic music the way that I have now. Like if I ever go back to Spain, like I'm never gonna find what I can find in London.
Where's
It's insane. Like I've got friends that are DJs in Spain and they really struggle to find like maybe an open decks night. So, and here we have opportunities left, right and center.
where's home for you in Spain?
So I'm from a small town called Cordoba. It's in the south near Sevilla and Malaga. But yeah, like even in the big cities, like my friend lives in Madrid and he struggles to find open decks. And I think that the culture of electronic music in Spain, well, I guess it's the same in here. Like if you know someone that knows someone that knows someone, you can play in places. But otherwise, if you don't move around those places, like you don't get gigs, which is a shame.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess all I've heard about electronic music is Barcelona. It's kind of where.
Yeah, it's a bit more underground. It's a bit more like London, but still, like you have to know the right people to get in the right places.
So today we're diving into Maria's top 5 tracks, each one with a story behind it.
Yeah, it's kind of what it shaped me as a DJ since the very beginning that I started listening to house music until now.
Wow, amazing. Shall we play the first track?
Yeah. So the first track, it's called Sun Rising Up by Dux. I don't know if that's the right name, the right pronunciation. And Rebecca Brown is on the singing. I'll play and then I'll talk about it.
I love it. I love that track. So why do you pick that one as the first track you would take to a desert island?
So as I was saying earlier, like my cousin and one of his friends, they used to send me the matinee DJ sets that they used to do in Ibiza because this used to be a party that they did in the mornings. So from like 9 in the morning until like the afternoon, and then it rolled down to the night. And they used to play a lot of this kind of stuff, and I was obsessed with this song. Probably when I was like 15, and I used to play a lot. It's got that old house vibe, groovy, dancey. It just takes you. If you close your eyes, you feel like you're in Ibiza. But this one is in particular, I was really obsessed with it. It was really difficult to choose because it's like 4 or 5 that are kind of the same vibe. But I think that this was the one that was a bit more strong.
Have you played that track out yet?
No.
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 I should. That'd be cool.
I don't think I even have it on record box, you know?
Oh.
It's one of those songs that you have in playlists that you just put on your headphones, you're like, yeah, I'm vibing on it. But I don't know if I could play this out. There's a few songs from this era that I played out and they're bangers, like everyone goes mental.
When you first heard that track or this mix that the track was from, how did it like make you feel? Because like you're 15 years old, just trying to work out what music you like, what you don't, and everything's new.
I mean, it's got a really special place in my heart. Like I was kind of jealous that I couldn't go out where my brother and my cousin and his friend used to go. Like I would have loved to party in Ibiza around those years, but I guess it's too late now.
Do you think this style of house music has a place in like today's scene, or has the sound evolved too much?
I think it's coming back. Like all the old type of house that used to be played out like 20 years ago, I think is coming back. Like everything is cyclical. And you hear DJs play bangers from like 15, 20 years ago, and people are like, oh, what is that? So I was like, yeah, that song is older than you. But yeah, like people still vibe to this kind of music. It's got that Afro vibe as well, like really groovy, really pushy to dance.
Should we go play the second track?
Yeah. This song is called This song is called Duro by the Flexican. We can play and then I'll tell you about it.
I love that track. And I've heard the tracks yesterday, seeing what you've picked, and I was super surprised that you picked this one in this style.
Really?
Yeah, it was really actually shocked. But why do you pick this as your second track?
So this is one of the tracks that I played for my birthday during lockdown. This is when I was a Spotify DJ. So because we were locked down, we could not go out, and we had that massive garden in my house. I was like, why don't we do an online festival for my birthday? So I got a couple of friends from different places in Spain, some friends from Belgium, and some of my friends from here. We all got on a Skype call, and some of them played DJ sets online. And obviously it was my birthday, so I had to play. I remember that we had the girl that was living in my house before, her boyfriend is a DJ, and he left a mixer in my house. I was like, oh, we can get this, we can hook it up to the laptop and play. Completely clueless. Obviously we couldn't. So we ended up just doing a Spotify playlist, and this was one of the songs that I played. It's just a really happy song, really groovy, really my kind of jazz. And I was again really obsessed with this song as well during the whole summer.
That's such a cool event for your birthday. I mean, lockdown, everyone was getting creative.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, to kind of have people all over, do like an online Zoom party, essentially.
Yeah, we ended up doing the same thing for every birthday in the house. So it ended up being quite cool summer.
I was speaking to Jason, aka DJ Programmer, shout out. He was saying when he's teaching people to get into DJing first, he says make a Spotify playlist and then see if it works from the start to the end.
Yeah.
Like created.
That's what I used to do, yeah.
Yeah.
And even when I started DJing, I used to put my playlist together and then try and mix them. Sometimes it worked, most of the times it didn't, but you learn as you go.
What do you think is it about this track that captures the vibe of the summer of 2020?
It was a great summer. I don't know if you remember it, but it was sunny pretty much every single day. Like I closed my eyes and it transported me back. If I listen to this song and close my eyes, I'm just back on my garden, just dancing under the sun. Yeah, like if you listen to this song, like you imagine yourself in the beach with a mojito in your hand, just dancing around. So,
was this when your DJ name was Bloody Maria?
Yeah.
So that's kind of maybe you should come up with like a different, or still have the alias and then play kind of like.
Maybe it could be my funky disco alias.
Shall we move on to the next track?
Yeah. This one is called Mi Casa by Gareth David. It's a very long song, but it's a banger.
Dame baile y dame sudor. En mi casa hay amor. Dame baile y dame sudor. En mi casa hay amor. Dame baile y dame sudor. En mi casa hay amor.
That track is kind of the sound that I know you to play out. So tell me about, why was that your third track that you picked?
This is what enlightened me to play this kind of music. So I played this song on my first radio show, Bloop. So I did a radio show for Barrow, which is the people that got me my first gig. And that was in February. And then February last year. And then one of my friends was like, when did you apply to do your own show? I was like, can I swear? I was shit myself. But I was like, it's the only time, like, unless I get my own radio show, I'm not going to start playing, like, pushing myself to, like, get new music and stuff. So I did it. And I had been listening to this song. I found Gareth David just out of chance on Spotify. And he's one of my top producers and DJs nowadays. I saw him at the Lion and Lamb not a couple of weeks ago, maybe in December. And he was amazing.
Why didn't you invite me?
I don't know. Next time. I'm hoping that he plays at the Lion and Lamb soon again. He's playing at the course in maybe March, not sure. But yeah, he's amazing. And he's got this kind of Chicago sound, like really groovy, really kind of darkish. But his DJ sets are like he said like really old school, nice vibes. And then he just gets a little bit darker and darker and darker. And everything on vinyl, of course.
So what is your show called?
It's called Master Tempo. It took me a while to figure out what I was going to call it. So I just sat down in front of my decks. I was like, I need to find a button that sounds well. I think it was Emergency Loop was already taken. So that was a bit of a bummer. But yeah, I think Master Tempo is a good one.
Enjoying the pod? Drop a comment. Drop a like. Tell us what you think. how often, I don't even know. I know you're always at Bloop, you're always doing something or on someone else's show.
I know.
But how often is the show?
So it's once a month, but I haven't played since November just because it's been hectic with gigs and life and other things. But yeah, it's meant to be monthly. I'm hoping to restart again in March. So yeah, we might do a Nantes takeover.
I love how when you're digging for tunes and then you find one tune in particular that is like, oh my God, where has this been my whole life?
Yeah.
And then you dig through the artist discography and you're like, I need every single tune that this person has.
The thing is that Gareth David doesn't have a lot that he's produced, and the stuff that he produces is so different. He's got his own record label, which is where this one is from. It's called Global Swing. But he's got so many different artists that have their own releases in there. But he doesn't have a lot. He has a lot of like really chilled house as well, which is completely different from this. But yeah, it took me a while to find like labels that do this kind of sound. I'm still struggling, so if you have any, just please send them.
Drop it down in the comments.
Yeah, drop it in the comments.
You were saying earlier that when you found this tune, this kind of like really inspired the sound that you like to play.
It's like that kind of like trancey, proggy, pushy. I'm really into that sound at the moment. I found like so many different labels that do that kind of stuff, and I've always also been inspired by really amazing DJs, such as Ben B. Yeah, like it's nice to hear people that also play that kind of sound that you can share your views, you can share songs, you can share labels and stuff. So
yeah, Ben has actually really influenced how I listen to music and what I like as well. So shout out
Ben, you're amazing.
So let's talk about Bloop again. So you did your first show.
So yeah, so I was so the people from Bathroom that I used to play for, I'm still a resident DJ, but they don't do as many parties anymore. I played last month in Barcelona thanks to them. But they invited me to do a guest show for their show. And yeah, that's what kicked it off. It's a really nice studio. Like the people that run it are amazing. And you get to play with fun equipment because they have the V10 mixer. This is a 6-channel. It looks like a spaceship.
Very expensive as well.
Yeah, very expensive. Very difficult to use if you don't know what buttons you're pressing.
Adela told me, who's another DJ, shout out Adela, that when you walk in, there's like a clown when sat next to the.
There's like a mannequin when you walk in with a t-shirt and a hat. Like every time I walk in, I've been there plenty of time, and I always get a bit of a shock when I walk in because you don't know if it's a person or if it's a mannequin.
If you could collab with Gareth David, what track do you think you two would make together?
Ooh. I mean, I don't know. Like producing is something that I want to get into maybe next year. But I think I would struggle to find my sound because I like so many different sounds. Like I play disco, I play deep house, I like groovy house, I like trance, progressive. So it would be really difficult to put everything together in one track. So maybe something that evolves.
Okay, maybe you guys need the
maybe Garrett, we need to speak.
Shall we move on to the fourth track?
This is the one that I played at Nantes. Such a good song as well. It was a bit faster when I played it at Nantes.
Yeah, did you open with this or?
No, it was like midway through the set.
Tell me about that track, Maria.
Oh, there's a beautiful story behind it. So as you know, I play disco. And somehow I discovered that there was also dark disco that I never heard of. Well, dark disco, Italo, whatever you want to call it. I had this song, I had like a little folder on my record box with dark disco that I had never been able to play out because this is not the kind of music that you play on a night, like usually. But I joined the Fate Society database, and the next day, someone messaged me if I wanted to play at the party. Oh, that was you.
Was it the next day?
Yeah. But you know what the funny thing is? because I live in Peckham, and I think that you did your first one at the Greyhound, was it?
That was our
Or-
second party, yeah.
Yeah. So I had seen the things around, and I think I followed you on Instagram, and I was like, oh, this is a party that would be cool to play. But I don't really play because Italo, techno, and what's the other one?
House, everything in between.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, I'm not really sure about the techno. And I have Italo, but I don't know if I would have enough to play out on a night. So I didn't message you for that same reason. But then you messaged me. I was like, that was meant to be. So yeah, I had the chance to play this song out, and it was amazing. That was a really fun night.
The 4 Quarters party was incredible.
Yeah.
It was so rammed as well.
Really amazing people in the crowd as well.
Yeah, I'm getting flashbacks from it as well.
Memories.
So how did it feel to step out of the usual stuff that you were playing at the Nan's basement party?
It was really fun. Like, I had never imagined that a set would be so nice playing just like dark Italo disco. It was really good fun. And the fact that when I finished playing, like everyone kept coming to me and be like, that set was sick. So thank you to everyone that's told me that.
Yeah, the place was bouncing. Shall we go on to the final track?
Yes. And this is one of my favorite tracks at the minute.
Los demás, no hay marcha atrás. La bomba para.
So tell me about that track, Maria.
So this is a track by known artist. It's remixed by Demi Riquísimo. It's called Paul Pogba. Demi Riquísimo is another one of my top producers at the minute. From one of my favorite labels at the minute, which is Semi Delicious. Like everything he releases is a fucking banger. And I found out about known artists because he posted this on his Instagram. I was like, who are these people? And I've spent so much money on the Bandcamp. So much. I think I probably bought every single EP that they have.
Oh my God.
They're so good.
I love that track. I've heard you play that out. Where have you played that before?
I played that song at the Blocks.
Shout out Jack.
Shout Jack. Yeah, it's a queer party. It was my second to last song, and the place broke down. Like everyone was mental on the dance floor. It was a really, really, really fun night.
Just to shout about the Blocks, there is not a busier party that goes down in East London. It's amazing.
Clap my clothes to get sweaty every time.
Oh,
it happens.
yes. Yeah. So that's now the sound that you're kind of pushing out and you want to be playing out.
Yeah, but I also don't want to get stuck on that sound either. So I'm always trying to like find new beats to add to my sets. I love house music and I love trance and this kind of like 90s progressive that is kind of coming back. So I try to mix both on my sets just to make them a bit more different and not too of the same thing.
Where are you looking for music, I guess, is quite a good question then.
So a lot of, I do Spotify playlists with tunes. Like I go from radio to radio to radio to radio, or just find similar artists. I'm looking a lot now because I'm starting to play in vinyl. I look through Juno, so it recommends you similar artists, and then through that I go to different labels. Also Bandcamp, also Shazaming what my favorite DJs play. And also just other people's recommendations, really. It's not easy.
No, I'm digging through Discogs at the moment, trying to see what tunes I like and then pray that they're on digital. But most of the time, they're not.
Yeah, or if they are, they cost a lot of money.
Yeah. One other trick I was doing was looking for the most expensive vinyls from sellers and then seeing if it's on digital. So the idea is that, if it's rare, it's got to be really good, right?
Well, not always.
No, definitely not. Well, Maria, that's it.
Thank you for inviting me.
Of course. Where can people find you?
So you can follow me on Instagram. It's at Maïsito with 3 S's. And you can also follow me on SoundCloud, which is Maïsito as well. And you can check on my Instagram. There's a lot coming out in March and April, so you'll probably see me around London.
It's going to be the busiest DJ London has seen this year.
Not really.